Time now for Ask the Expert. This week is estate planning on top of, Brewers, baseball, we got football, we got Bucks, we got everything.
Estate planning week sounds intriguing. There's a week for everything these days, isn't there, Brad Allen?
Right. Yep.
He is joining us from wealthwisconsin.com. A lot of people hear estate planning and they think only for the rich, but not necessarily the case.
Not necessarily. I think if you have an estate, and an estate could be anything, it could be a house, it could be your bank account. If you have something that you want to leave to somebody, that's an estate, and you want to have a plan based around how you want to give that and who you want to give it to.
Step one, how do we get to the plate?
Well, number one is creating a will. A will is pretty simple. A will is just saying this is who I want things to go to when I pass away. And you can put a will together yourself. There's online programs, things like that. I always recommend working with an attorney if you can. Make sure everything's in there so you don't have to go back and do it again. But a will is very simple. You want to have an executor to that will, somebody that can take care of that and hand things down once you pass away. And you can even put a second person there in case something happens to the first one. So that's number one. There's such a thing as a living will as well. I always get the question, is a living will the same as a regular will? A living will is while you're still alive, if you're incapacitated or you can't make decisions for yourself, you're just stating in there what you want to happen in different situations. So living will is a little bit different.
All right.
Different than a power of attorney?
Power of attorney and healthcare power of attorney and financial power of attorney, very important. Healthcare power of attorney says, this is who's going to make decisions on my behalf if I can't make them anymore. Somebody you want to trust, right? Somebody that can make those decisions for you. Financial power of attorney makes decisions with your money. Paying your bills, working with your stocks, things like that. And then the other one is oftentimes in the office people ask, what is the difference between a will and a trust? Trust is a little bit more detailed. A trust can stipulate if you want, instead of giving all your money to your kids all at once, you can say a certain amount per year, or if you want to give to different charitable organizations, you can set up a charitable trust. Those are something you want to talk with a financial professional about.
And different types of trust, right? You have ones that you can revoke, others that are not.
Revocable, irrevocable. Some are safe from things like the nursing home, long-term care. All that kind of stuff plays its part. So you want to sit down with somebody who can walk you through those different ones and what's best for your family.
Because the number one goal here is to protect the assets that you have instead of just letting them sit out there in court, or specifically where you want those assets to go.
I mean, that probate process is a long process for a lot of people. So if you can get rid of that and just make sure the things you want to go to the right people, it just takes care of it for you.
So even for young people, as long as you have a bank account or some savings, that's something to think about.
Yeah, along with life insurance if you have small kids and all that. I mean, you want to put all that stuff into place just in case something happens. You never know, and you want to have that in place.
Just like the Brewers and the Packers, you need a game plan.
That's right.
Yeah, and thank goodness it's Estate Planning Awareness Week. If you have a question for our experts, you can email them at asktheexpert@today'stmj4.com. You can also leave a voicemail, that number right there on your screen.
Thanks for joining us today.